Hey, Brussels. Hello, world. How are you doing? It's the 8th of April, and we're still in lockdown here in Belgium. But in good news, the refugee center, the Verziel Arrival Center, that's also known as Petit Chateau in French and Kleine Kasteeltje in Dutch, has just opened a small program to allow people to apply for asylum in Belgium, which is really amazing news. My husband sent me the link to the news article this morning, and then he told me that John Prine had passed away. If you don't know John Prine, he's a really beloved folk musician from the United States. And I have played one of my favorite songs of all time, which is a song of his called Angel from Montgomery, on several of these concerts. And so I wanted to start the concert by ringing these bells for John. The world has lost a really amazing person, and I'm sad. So I thought that I would play some John Prine songs today. Yesterday I said I was going to play some songs from my one and only album, continuing on with, I played a few yesterday, and that maybe I would play some more today, but I think I'm going to play some John Prine songs because I'm sad that he's no longer with the living. This is Angel from Montgomery. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time. No matter how I tried, the years just roll by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear them buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Hi friends, hi family. Friends in Brussels, family in Brussels, family in Massachusetts. Here we are. This is the 30 days of 30 concerts countdown. There's 8 more to go after today, which is kind of amazing. That means, at least to me, that I've been doing these concerts for 30 days. And then I gotta think of something else creative that I want to do for the next 30 days of lockdown, which is looking like that will be the case. Today I'm playing songs to honor the now late John Prine, who was 73 when he passed away from the COVID-19 coronavirus. He survived cancer, but he did not survive the virus. And he's such, like, you know, one of those people who become famous and stay, just a wonderful, gentle, kind, funny, quote, normal, you know, people that they've always been. And his songs are just, they're funny, they're witty, they touch on, you know, they touch on real elements of life, which for me as a musician who writes songs with people from their stories is, you know, is particularly meaningful. I'm going to play one of the first John Prine songs that I heard is called Dear Abby, and a father and a daughter sang it together at an open mic in Gustavus, Alaska, where I lived for a couple of years. And which was largely where I started playing music again, because that's what people did. They got together and they played music. And in the winter, especially when it's really dark. You think it's dark in Brussels in the winter? Try living in a town with no streetlights in Alaska. And people would get together and we'd bring food and, you know, and drinks and stuff like that, and then get out our instruments. And someone would say, let's play Dear Abby. This is the key that it's in, and these are the chords. And then we'd all play. And then there'd be a once a week or month, I can't remember, open mic. And so this is one of the songs that he played, that they played. And it's so funny. Here we go. If you want to play along, you can look up John Prine, Prine, Dear Abby, for the lyrics, and it's in the key of B, and the chords are really easy. It's B, E, B, then F, and then B, E, B. It's pretty easy. Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. My friends, they all tell me I have no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter won't you give me a call? Sign, bewildered. Bewildered, bewildered, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. So for Europeans listening, knocking on wood is what you mean when you say touch wood or touche bois. Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. My wife hollers at me, my kids are all freaks. Every side I get up on is the wrong side of bed. If it weren't so expensive, I'd wish I were dead. Signed, unhappy. Unhappy, unhappy, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, you won't believe this, but my stomach makes noises whenever I kiss. My girlfriend, she tells me it's all in my head, but my stomach tells me to write you instead. Sign, noisemaker. Noisemaker, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, well, I never thought that me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We're sitting in the backseat just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and her pants on her knees. Sign, just married. Just married, you have no complaints. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Sign, Dear Abby. Hi, Dad. Bonjour. And Sarah and family and my sweetie. Atticus is pretty blue also today. You can tell he's kind of just reflecting on the lives of all the people who have been touched by this global event. It's one that touches all of us, whether you're sick or you're well at home, whether you have work or you don't. It's a moment of equality in some ways because a virus does not really care who you are. It's not like it just is. But it's a sad day. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm sad. Yeah, I'm sad. Should I mention I'm sad? How are you? I'd love to hear how you're doing. This, unfortunately, with with these live video, there's no way for you to like tune in that I know of yet. I mean, I've thought about doing like a Zoom kind of video conference concert so that people can kind of show their videos where they are in the world and can like tune in and say hello. But for now, that'll be my next project. I go for social distance walks with a couple of friends in the forest, and I was saying, maybe my next project could be writing music together, which we could do if we did like a Zoom conference call or something like that. And she was like, oh, like I don't know if that would just totally scare people away. But in my experience, sharing just words and phrases about life and our experiences can be really freeing. It's scary because it's showing some of our kind of that inside world that that at least where I grew up in the United States, we're really taught to hide. And another reason I love these John Prine songs is that they just like rip you wide open. You know, and at least for me, they get me to that first song they played, Angel from Montgomery. You know, how can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? For me, it just speaks right to this idea that I want to live a life where I'm wide awake and I'm aware and I'm really thinking about how I show up in the world and what I do, and that every moment is important. Not that I do something important with every moment, but just that idea, you know, it's a reminder. So there's a couple John Prine songs. The next one I'm going to play is called We're Not the Jet Set. And this is one that my sweetie introduced me to. And it's one that, so John Prine and Iris DeMent. Iris DeMent is also just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful folk musician from the US. She and John Prine would sing duets a lot. And I suggested that my husband come home early and sing a couple of these duets with me, and his response was, dot, dot, dot. And he's not here. By a fountain in Rome, I fell in love with you. In a small cafe in Athens, you said you loved me too. Here's John. And it was April in Paris when I first held you close to me. Rome, Georgia, Athens, Texas, and Paris, Tennessee. We're not the jet set, we're the old Chevrolet set. There's no Riviera in Festus, Missouri, and you won't find Onassis in Mullinville, Kansas. No, we're not the jet set, we're the old Chevrolet set, but ain't we got love? No, we're not the jet set, we're the old Chevrolet set. Our steak and martinis is draft beer with weenies. Our Bach and Tchaikovsky is haggard and husky. No, we're not the jet set, we're the old Chevrolet set. Hey, we got love. Something like that. Yeah. Especially maybe appropriate in this time where nobody's flying. We're all kind of rooted where we are. We happen to be in the part of the world where there is a Paris, France. but I love that song. And actually, maybe I will play an Iris DeMent song. I played this one, let's see, earlier in my month of concerts, but it's a good one because it is about kind of the mystery of life and being okay with that uncertainty, and also the mystery of what happens after. Which I hope that all of us don't have to find out for a really long time. Everybody is wondering what and where we all come from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, and so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. Some say once you're gone forever, and some say you're gonna come back. Some say you'll rest in the arms of the Savior if in sinful ways you lack. Some say that they're going back in the garden, bunch of carrots and little sweet peas. Think I'll just let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. Some say they're going to a place called glory, and I ain't saying it ain't a fact. But I've heard that I'm on the road to purgatory, and I don't like the sound of that. I believe in love and I live my life accordingly. But I choose to let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. I think I'll just let the mystery be. There's lots of life here in Bois Fort. The birds are singing. I have been bringing husky fur to the forest so that they can have the coziest nests for their little wee bairns, baby bird bairns, if you can say that. And there's another John Prine song that I'm going to sing. It is my all-time favorite, and it's a duet. And I'm going to do my best to do both parts. I don't have all the, he does some fun little like finger picking stuff, but I'm just going to strum because I never actually played this before. I sing it a lot, but she don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. This is me being John Prine. She looks, I can't do it. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go. You've got to just like Google John Prine and listen to me. Got this great low voice, which I do not have. He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking, keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go. He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's howling at the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe. I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves. That's another one that he did with Irish Dement pretty often. So, yeah. There's so many good John Prine songs. I figured out how to play a few of them, but I just don't know them all that well. So these were the few that are ones that I know well and ones that I really love, and I wanted to play for you. And if you want to listen to some good country music, you can look up Merle Haggard. That's what they refer to. We're not or Bach and Tchaikovsky are Haggard and Husky. Merle Haggard, he's like really just like country singer. I was listening to some of his songs, just looking up kind of John Prine songs to listen to. If you're wondering how to spell John Prine, here it is. I'll add it to our little chat. John Prine with an N, not like Amazon Prime with an M, but John Prine with an M. Just a real sweetheart. So maybe I'll end today's concert with a migration song to say thank you. I'm not a Belgian, but I sure am proud to be in Belgium today as they open their asylum program back up in a safe social distancing way. Because there's so many people who need a safe place right now. And virus doesn't wait for a convenient time. You know, when there's no war going on, when there's no hunger, when there's no climate change causing drought or oceans to rise, when there's no hate causing people to make it really difficult or kill other people for their beliefs, religious, political, or otherwise. So I'm going to sing the song. It's called I'm a Word. I try to create a little space for hope and love, even in this difficult, uncertain time. I am a word of hope and love. I bring honor to the world. I will push darkness away. Can I come to your house and stay? I am a word. I am the root of all resistance. I bring light for us to grow. I will push the sorrow away. Can I come to your heart and stay? I am a word. I am the life you've left behind. The path that you now follow, the melody of your song, the place you can belong. I am a word of hope and love. I bring honor to the world. I will push the darkness away. Can I come to your house and stay? I am a word. Whatever path you're on now, John, I wish you love and peace. I wish it for all of you. And yeah, thanks so much for listening and for keeping your hearts and minds open, for connecting with me during this difficult time. It really it lifts my spirits to be able to sing, to be able to just share this space, this virtual space with you. And I hope that wherever you are in the world, that you're able to keep breathing, keep feeling hope, and practice self-care. Be gentle with yourself and with others. This is a time to really try to practice patience, but to do the best that you can. I mean, patience is a really hard practice. I know this from personal experience, and I'm not a patient person, so this is an especially difficult time to practice that. Listen to some music, listen to some John Prine, and and just really pay tribute to all beings. We can these words that we listen to, that we sing. I think they are the root of all resistance, even if it's a bottom up kind of grassroots resistance that takes a little while to ripple around the world. It can happen. I love you, friends. From my heart and my home to yours. I'll see you soon. Namaste.